Hey everyone, Deadpine here. Welcome back to Hardcore PermaFrost, episode 20 here, the big 2-0. New day of recording, so we're going to see what we're going to get into. I'll see you in there. All right, here we go. I did look at the splicing stuff. It's definitely interesting. Definitely worth looking into setting up for next season of Hardcore Tarkov, Simon. But things may change by then, you know. But as far as Minecraft is concerned, there's no real things I want to cut out. Oh god, I don't know why that scared me, but it scared me. I knew it was there. So silly. But anyway, yeah, so like I knew that was there's no need for it at the moment. Let's put that there, and I'm gonna go extend the saws by 1. Because the spacing of the saws versus the deployers is definitely might be upstairs. Actually, I need a slime ball, not this. The spacing of the saw versus the deployers is definitely different. How you doing, Quap? Good to see you. Hope all's well. Where's my, oh, wow. Where is my...
Pine had a birthday and now get random back pains. Sounds like he's getting older. Things you have to look forward to. About a year ago I threw out my shoulder by sneezing while on the toilet. I couldn't use my arm for days. So there's that.
So there's that. Thank you for the 500 bits, Raptor, starting the day off with a lot of biddies. I can't deny any of that. It's all very true. You really only need 1 saw, 1 deployer for a very OP farm if you do all the deployers from above. I see. That makes sense. And then it kind of just follows it around. Oh, we're lagging again. We must have a different one of those mobs nearby. I don't know. Where's my other saw? Did I only... I definitely had a 4th saw. Sad but funny true life story. Yeah. All right, we need to go despawn whatever's doing the thing here. It's some mob or a buildup of mobs. Something to keep in mind. But it does kind of make sense because it just needs to. It doesn't need a large amount of trees. It just needs to be consistently growing them. Uh-oh. Hopefully we don't lose a world this way. I vaguely remember some of these. Nope. There we are. I vaguely remember some of these. Yeah, and everything's fine up here. Issues last time we played, but I don't remember them being quite that bad. But maybe I'm wrong. A lot of legacy code is getting cleaned up and making 1.8 and beyond modding looking really fun. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's good. We'll see how it changes with 1.18 too. I'm always down to try new things, you know. All right, while we're up here, we can at least kind of think about what we're gonna do here. So we have a pretty solid start into Britannia, of course. We went to the Nether. Just grab one of those. We're not really going to be using many of those. Oh, that's good. That amplifies our soul sand amount, which is nice. Get to villages. We can get to that. Crafted that already. One who survives. Oh, lava monster. Nice. I'm just going to grab blaze powder. Plenty of the other ones. Hold on. $75 there. I forgot I turned up my volume on my computer the other day. Or 2 days ago. Really fun mod pack. PermaFrost. Comrade Gaming, yeah. It's a really fun one. Okay, what else? finish up these guys. We're getting close to. I do want to get started. I guess we get started on elemental craft as well. These have some useful things, I think. And then the pyromancy. Those are nice. Yeah, really fun concept, you know? And it has a lot going for it. Like, you could play it in many different styles. You don't have to play it, like, just to beat the pack in hardcore like I'm doing. See if either of these have adjusted cooling. Just cooling. Yeah, so it's really kind of a play it how you will, which is cool. All right, that's probably long enough to have despawned everything down there. I know that's a little bit much, but yeah, then it's suddenly gone, whatever it was. All right, we're looking for that saw, although we might be able to just get away with like a smaller version of this farm, because you're kind of right. We really don't need a huge version of this. We just need it to be running constantly, that's all. I think even if we got rid of this... Oh, do I have the 4 on there? Oh, I already have the 4 on there. Interesting. So we really just need the 2 deployers then. Because the deployers kind of hit pretty far out. And I'll eventually do that where the deployer's above it version of this farm, but I just don't want to right now. I'm also kind of impressed that the tree grew on the side of the... on the side there. Wonder what's up with that, or how that came about. Okay. I'm gonna pick up all these and give it its new kind of section here. Pick up all that. Not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, that plant's a much closer ring. Okay. That'll be good. We'll see what that does for us. Okay, let's go put all this junk away. I mean, we already got a lot of wood here. It's just a question of whether we're going to use that wood for Britannia purposes or not. I don't know yet. We have a bunch of other things we can do for Britannia, like inconsistent mana. And we have access to these interfaces now because we have brass, so we can get those going. Could work, could work. Gonna put the bees up in there, because why not? Put those there. Let's get our Lexicon Britannia out and read. I know. How dare I? Well, these are locked behind... What? I wonder what these are locked behind. I guess the portal, maybe? Alright, Thermalily is a lava-flavored counterpart to hydrangeas. Flower absorbs around it at the same altitude to generate mana. One block of lava the flower will produce continually for around 45 seconds, but afterward needs a bit of time, around 5 minutes, to cool down before it can absorb more. So you need a specifically timed thing. During this cooldown, any adjacent lava will be absorbed and reset the cooldown without yielding any mana. So like that's the difficulty part of it. Like 190 something is like my like catch platform, and then the spawn platform is 25 blocks above that, Tommy. Give or take, that's about where you want to be in most worlds, you know. And placing lava in the world is definitely possible via dispensers. Automatically gathering and carrying it from the nether or deep underground is not. Such as the thermal classified as semi-automatable flower. So, I guess there is the idea here that we might need to... I guess the other question is, how much does it produce, you know? Like, if I set up the appropriate amount of these... And it's for 45 seconds. I wonder if there's a way to get these going so they toggle. I'm always producing mana. Because I've never done this setup before. Because that seems fun. Let's look at the other ones. There's this guy, which I've never done this one before. This one seems fun too. You have to find a slime chunk, which we actually have the ability to make the slime chunk finder, make a farm for slimes. It has to be slime chunk spawned slime specifically. That one seems a little bit too much. This is one where it does experience. It can also synthesize mana from experience orbs, enchanted items in the world. However, this method nets a bit less mana for the same experience. So you're better off getting all the experience on the player. Like, I think maybe setting up one of these just to have around to boost our mana is probably a good idea. But we want to use that in combination with other stuff. And then Gorma Lilies is pretty good as well. Right, so this one's also a timing-based one as well, but the timing's a little bit easier than the lava. I just don't know if this produces more or if the lava produces more, you know? Built my spawn platform at Y225, standing 25 under that, but having some problems with the spawn rate. Need to look at that. Are they spawning but just not falling? Like, did you build the half slab version of the farm, Tommy, or are you building like a fanned version or something like that? Because I thought about converting our mob farm over to a over to something with create to give it a lot more mana, you know. The other thing we could do is we could do a combo one, right? We could do Rose Arcana, which I think with the functional floor, there's one. Oh, interesting. Mana pool with the Alchemist Catalyst with cost of mana, shrink it, make the area effects smaller. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. Twist any mana provided to slowly inflict harm on any living beings, save for players around it. So, like, we could do this. I don't know if this drops experience, but I wonder if there's a way you could set up a mana system that where the Bellathorn kills something like Blazes, maybe? Gives you the experience for the Rose Arcana and then gives you stuff for the I want to set something like that up at some point as well. That sounds fun.
The worst best game I have played. Fine lurk.
Shadox Box, thank you for the 8 months. Says, because of you, I got into Tarkov, the worst best game I've played. It is indeed. I'm excited to play some of that tomorrow. And thank you very much for the 8 months of support there. Really appreciate you. Enjoy your Pine Lurkage. Let's get some love and hype in the chat, please, for that first sub of the day. All it does is moisten nearby sand, turning into clay, which is pretty cool. Uses mana to push any items in front of it forward. Sneak right-clicking with the Wand of Frost changes its orientation. Its current direction can be deduced from the subtle wind particles it emits. Yeah, which is nice. I don't think that pushes mobs, though. Pretty sure it just pushes the other stuff. Slow growth of crops is a perpetual problem. This one uses mana to natural fertilizer, which is pretty cool. Absorb sound energy in a close radius. Oh, that's kind of neat. I didn't realize that. Converting it to nominal amounts of mana and re-emitting it harmlessly. Absorption itself needs no mana to occur. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that didn't need any mana to work. That's good to know. Dreadthorn is a slightly more specialized counterpart to the Bellathorn. Instead of all nearby, it only harms adult animals. There you go. Exoflame generating counterpart to the Exoflame uses mana to generate heat. Any furnaces nearby activate Exoflame are fueled and given a speed boost. That's kind of cool. A little faster version of that. Hopper Hawk we know about. For some reason, poison does not kill conjures within the bodies of nearby mobs, bringing them to their knees after wait for one-hit kill. Oh, that's neat. So you can do use a little mana there to have a spike form. I should know that these things exist. I've been playing with Britannia for years, but like, I go through them every time, you know. Eventually we'll remember them all. Built with water platforms, they don't spawn as they do in other mod packs or vanilla. Built with water and platforms, but they don't spawn. Like, all water, all covered in water? If it's all covered in water, water prevents spawns. Or are you having like a timing, like a timing dispenser, like pushing them out? But fed with mana, the pool, mystical flower nearby. Right, that makes more flowers, which we don't really need. It keeps small drowning keeps nearby animals, monsters at bay. Oh, that's like a. Yeah, you're free to go everywhere but here. I wonder if that stops the wither from getting in. Oh, interesting. Planting a flower over pods will add a small delay before it can interact with dropped items, allowing their priority systems of sorts. Planting a flower on mycelium will create even larger delay. So you can do like... Huh. Given 2 flowers of the same or no delay, a generating flower will always pick it up first as well. That's good to know. We don't care about that. That halts creatures' movement. It converts it into a powerful slowing field that halts any non-player entities in their tracks. Okay, we're almost done with all these. Gotcha. That's the breeding one. Pick up nearby placeable items, place them within a large radius around itself block. So this is like your automatic farming one. That one blocks magnets, which I've used a ton. It's a flower that for small mana drain keeps your nearby animals, monsters within a circular ward. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can like have a fenceless fence. All right, that one keeps creepers away, which is neat. Hijack the powers of any Enderman with a large radius. Whenever Enderman attempts to teleport within said radius, instead it's forced to a location of that, which is really cool. That is definitely a good one to have. Oh, 4 platforms and water between a regular. I see. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of for that, Tommy, is that they're not aggroing off to the edge. Like, you have your trapdoors, you have... Did you build the platforms out of slabs? That helps too, I think. Yeah, I don't know. That's odd. Okay, so let's read on these ones. This one's a... To generate a blast of mana, which we do have sand and TNT for this. And this does generate a lot. I've never done this before. So this could be fun as well. Okay. Blast might be required. Igniting a block of TNT on dry land near one will have the ladder absorb the entropy generated in the blast, converting it to mana, nullifying any damage in the process. However, to absorb the explosion, the flower must not have any mana stored in it. Otherwise, explosions as usual. Note has taken likely to ethically sourced TNT produced by natural means. Feeding the flower unethically sourced TNT, for example, duplicated TNT, will incur in severe efficiency loss. I love the fact that Vasky programmed that. That's amazing. Ethically sourced TNT. Flower detection abilities are limited for the best results. Remove all nearby rails, sticky blocks, and pistons. Interesting. Okay. So this one doesn't have any timing on it. It just needs to have all of the mana out of it. I have no idea how he would implement that, Vovo. I genuinely do not know. It's the same with, I don't know how he determines the difference between the slimes that spawn but in a swamp versus ones that spawn in a chunk. Maybe there's some sort of tag, like metadata tag, you know? Or like maybe each TNT has a different number associated with it. So like if you get the same one over and over again, it reduces its efficiency or something. Solid cobblestone built with immediate could be better with slabs instead. So yeah, so leave the cobble on the edges and make the rest of the platform slabs. That's how my farm works. Is they spawn on slabs and then the mobs naturally aggro to full blocks. And my full blocks are made of blue ice. And then when they get to the ice, they think they can get to the other side to the other full block with the trapdoors in the middle, and they fall that way. I think I want to try this one. Although the Rune of Wrath is a little difficult to get. But we need to get that going for the task anyway. This one could be an interesting, like, manual. Like, I'm thinking of having, like, 2 or 3 manual ones. And then maybe using, like, the lava one for, like, our automated. Or even just using endo flames for our automated. You know? That's slower, but, like, these will give us bursts of mana. It's 116.5. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Let's just read on the Munch Dew as well. Okay. Generating form natural energy is mana is best from living materials. Munch Dew will end up eating any nearby leaves and convert them into mana. However, no saplings or any other items will be dropped from the leaves. This power also outputs a hefty sum of mana per tree's worth of leaves. However, once it finishes eating all the range, it'll take a brief digestive break and will only eat again after around a minute. Which is pretty cool. There's also a fun timing one of that. And these are pretty good, if I remember correctly. These are pretty good. I bet you there's a way... I bet... Can this tree farm be redstone controlled? Sorry, I know we're spending a lot of time like reading books here, but it's just... Can this be redstone controlled? Are cake flowers still the best? They might be. We don't have those unlocked in the book yet. Because if that could be redstone controlled, we could do that pretty... Well, I guess we'd have to sacrifice some saplings. I don't know. Because it doesn't give you any saplings back. Because if that's redstone controlled, what you could do is only have that run when that flower's on cooldown. You know, or have it toggle some way. That's smart, using the F3 to see if they're spawning or not. I definitely want to sleep something a bit. I think I like the idea of doing it this other way first, or like just a very generic automated I think a very generic automated endo flame just for consistent mana, and then we're gonna do like the Rose Arcana as well as the TNT flower to burst mana when we're like specifically working on something, you know? You have told me that one, Simon. That was one of my favorites as well. I forget what pack. I think it was Enderman. I think no. It was Modern Skyblock 2. Modern Skyblock 2. There was some pack where the loot bags gave us cake, and by the time I got into Britannia, I had something like 8,000 or 9,000 cake just saved in a drawer, and we literally just spawned that in and used the cake delay for it. It was great. But yeah, you're talking about like making an actual power system with cake with the redstone, the power converter from Britannia. So, hey GGDO, how are you today? Hope all's good. What's up, fanboy Miss Prime? There are a lot of Batman and Scooby-Doo team-ups. Interesting enough. Making a cake factory is super fun. It can be. It can be. We actually have all the resources for it as well. But, alright. I think we need a couple things here. I think we need more room. Let's go ahead and put our Ring of the Mantle on. So we can actually one-shot all this. Let's get a little bit more room going here for some Britannia. Closed up. We can of course go this way as well, but I think what we do is we'll double block this so we know where our ceiling should be, because we don't need to go up this high. And that'll really close that off there. Hey, Reload. Yeah, we just started. It's going well. I've been having some back pains recently. I know, I go from jaw pain to back pain. Getting old, man. But, other than that, we're pretty good, you know? Excited to be playing some PermaFrost. We're getting into higher-end Britannia. Or gonna attempt to get it into higher-end Britannia here. Make a bit of a better mana farm. Try to get into some Terra Steel armor. Terra Steel's really, really good for where we're going, you know? Hey, Darkfire, how you doing today? There's an invisible block here somewhere. Got it. Happy Wednesday indeed. What's up, Knowledge Weeb? How you doing, Kaz the dude? Welcome. Alright, I think we go to there. This will be our kind of rectangle area to work with. This should be enough room, in theory. Could do some more of the 112 Infinity Skyblock port, and then apply to more jobs. Well, best of luck in both. Best of luck in both. Had a literal butt pain after doing 50 push-ups once, so I could say I was literally my butt was hurting. Nice. I'm not sure what's up with my back. I think I slept on it wrong. Honestly, it didn't. There was like no instance where I was like, oh dang, I did something weird to really mess this up, you know? One of the mods is refusing to work on a server. Interesting. And it does kind of stink because I have been consistently working out more this year. So it's like my reward for being healthier and working out more is back pain. Which means I could be doing something wrong, but like I said, I don't think it was directly related to anything I was doing working out wise. It's more just I woke up with it one morning. You know. Congrats, you're old. Have this. I'm not that old, but still. Big up, Super Sorted. I don't really know why. Not back pain, if anything, neck pain. Yeah, that's usually to do with posture and sitting. And maybe the back pain was to do with something, you know, maybe I sat on it wrong. Who knows? Which is why I can't wait to get the sitting standing desk going. I'm very excited for that. That's going to be good. That is, I am currently working towards that right now. Like my office overhaul that I set my goal for this year is like 80% done. It's getting the desk and then actually building it, like building out the office, which, all right, maybe it's more like 70% done. But like the research part, which I think is the hard part, is done for the most part. I've got a couple standing desks narrowed down. I'm just waiting to hear back from a few folks that have a sitting standing desk just to see if their setups might fit just a little bit better, you know. Hey, Carlos with a big 70-month resub. I really do appreciate that. For sub number 2 today. Cheers. So. Hey, and John Rambeau coming in with that freaking 25-monther. Oh my goodness, for 2 in a row. Cheers to you as well, my friend. If I have to end up move because of a job, I'll take a good look at getting one of those desks. Yeah. My problem is, like, if I was just doing a 1 PC setup, I would have bought one already. It's pretty... They sell, like, a 5-foot sitting standing desk is enough room to fit 3 monitors, 2 monitors, or 4 if you stack them properly. Even your desktop can go up there, but you don't really need to put your desktop up there. It's perfectly fine for a 1 PC setup. But trying to get the 2 PC setup on there, my goodness.
Carlos,
you know.
100 gifted a tier 1 sub.
Carlos gifting us up to Fanboy Miss Prime as well.
They have given 1
Fanboy Miss, always good to have you, and to Vovo Sant
in the channel.
Cheers for 5 out of 32 today. I really appreciate you guys.
Carlos 100 gifted a tier
Really
1
appreciate you
sub
guys.
to Vovo Sant. They have given 1,165 gift subs in the channel.
But yeah, but because I need to do the whole 2 PC thing, plus, you know, whatever, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I need something more like 72 inches, or I would actually prefer 80 inches, right? Which is a little over 7 feet. And to Shauna as well, Shauna Nick.
Carlos
Always good to have you in the mood. Got gifted a sub. Make sure you say thank you. Big old cheers.
Given 1,166 gift subs in the channel.
This remodeling you're doing under here is so relaxing. It's ridiculous. I know. Instant breaking blocks for terraforming purposes is so nice. I think that's also another reason I don't like. It's not the biggest reason. In fact, it's very far down on the list. But it is another reason I don't like or excavator. You know. Again, super far down on the list of reasons why, but it is a reason. It's satisfying to get to just chomp away at stuff. Especially instant breaking. Carlos also giving us up to Nova as well. My goodness.
Carlos
This would be one heck of a hype train if somebody else hopped in on this. Either way, Carlos, I really do appreciate all the support today, including your own sub. A big old cheers to that. Really appreciate it. Carlos is going crazy today. That is true. Oh yeah, I agree. It has a time and a place for some packs. And most of those packs I don't really enjoy playing. I don't enjoy playing consistently, we'll say. And Raptor gifting us up to this guy, starting that hype train. We're going to be level 2 immediately, I think.
They have given 129.
Thank you, seriously. For all the kind support today. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, level 2, 13%. Heck yeah. To this guy. Nice. And another, yet another. Please, let's just get the love flowing in chat for Carlos's gifted subs and Raptor's gifted subs. As well as John Rambeau as well. Bunch of really heckin' nices here. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Okay, let's grab these. Let's just look up at Botania. Just to get all the Botania stuff going. We need something called a mana spreader. This guy, a splitter, excuse me. I always call it a spreader and it's a splitter. I wouldn't say no to baking one of these as well. Seems like those flasks might do a really, really nice job. Also, oh, I totally forgot about the hovering hourglass. If we hold control over that, sands of time. I know how to craft it. What does it do? Okay. Oh, right, red sand or soul sand. So this is how you get. This is how you would get your timing.
I struggle with Roman numerals until I get to 159. Then it just clicks.
Gab Gold, thank you for the 100 biddies. 28% into level 2. No, just no. I agree, Carlos. Yeah. CILX is 159 in Roman numerals. Went to a meadery and distillery in SC this weekend. Nice. How was that? Sounds good. Okay, sand falls at rate for 1 second per block. Red sand 10 seconds. Soul sand 1 minute per. Sand types can't be mixed. Its current time between pulses can be seen by holding Wand of the Forest over the hourglass. So if soul sand is 1 minute, 5 soul sand is all we need to do for the timing here. We could actually make the TNT pretty easily, I feel like, with this guy going, you know. I thought it said meadery and distillery, and I was like, imagine my happy place. Yeah. Here's a steak and some whiskey. Does sound nice. Although, can we replace the steak with sushi? Okay, right-clicking hourglass one for locks or unlocks it. When it's locked, sand can't be added or removed from their glass, just in case someone right-clicks hourglass by accident. God, that's nice. Mana burst collides with an hourglass. It will stem the flow of sand, pause timer. Another burst will continue the timer. Interesting. So you can mana blast these things to do interesting timing mechanics with it. Instead of sand flower over the time, hourglass will drop a unit of powder every time mana burst collides with it. Interesting. But yeah, that could definitely be our TNT production here for sure. And we could put this in obsidian if we wanted to. That's probably not a bad idea. So let's go grab some obsidian here first. So we can put this flower in the middle of it, I guess. Because it doesn't need too much, right? And we'll do it with well, we found a big pool of obsidian downstairs somewhere, if I remember correctly. That's just going to be much easier to work with. We'll put the... Well, I guess the acquire's on right now, right? Yeah. So as long as we have acquisition, we're good to go. Okay. The gin was their standout product for me. I was able to drink it easier than the mainstream brands in the family source. Nice. There you go. I need to get some good gin again. I do enjoy a good gin. We also have the Dwarf Swords. Thank you very much, everybody, for that. Sorry, I didn't count down the hype train like I usually do. Really appreciate the support, everybody. Okay. Let's grab these as while we're here. Like while we're looking for this stuff. This is just for getting another burst of mana with our Endo Flames. And I think I'm also going to grab gold as well. Because it looks like we're going to be needing a bit of... Ow! Very rude. Also scared me a little bit, not going to lie. Alright, here's our lava pool here. I think I'm just killing this We don't really need anything from it. I think I'm gonna go to this one. It's pretty quick for pieces of obsidian, so we should be able to get enough to make a room here. You're so rude. Okay. Seriously, Yatakarasu. Is what you're using right now like Global Traveler? No. It's just for inventory. Just for inventory. So it just puts it in your inventory instead of somewhere else. Global Traveler is a pretty neat one though, because that puts it into an inventory, not necessarily your inventory. But yeah, this is one of the reasons to use Silk Touch, because when you use it with the auto smelting, if the item gets cooked, it doesn't put it in your inventory directly. But when you're not cooking the item, which is why I'm using Silk Touch on everything, it does. So I don't need Magnet Mode right now. We get to keep the Ring of the Mantle and the Greater Aura Band on right now, which is nice. Global Traveler is pretty nuts with a big system. We'll be playing a pack, I think, soon with that's going to be pretty good for us. You know. Will only not explode if you actually drain the mana. So if you don't use any, a correct timer will not really help. Right. So we don't want to have that running constantly. But if we have a big enough battery to store stuff, it'll be fine. But yeah, there has to be some sort of sensor to turn off the production, right? Because the flour needs to drain for us to do that. But we could also turn it on with the timing just to babysit it, but not actually have to directly spawn in every time, you know, while we're working there, and just only have it active while we're around. Like I said, I think I'm into this whole idea of doing multiple different flowers for our setup here, you know. How many we have there? 47? That's not too bad. Getting there. Do a comparator on a mana pool or something like that. Yeah, or an observer, right? Observer and some sort of like converter. But yeah, I guess a comparator would probably work, right? This is so nice with haste 2 and an efficiency 5 pick. It's so much better. But I think if we set up a big enough, like if we have this, we have a splitter with 4 pools, like it's going to take a little while for that to fill up, you know? Great American Wagyu from Costco, 10 out of 10. I just don't. Red meat doesn't do it. I tried to give red meat another chance. It just doesn't do it for me. But that's okay. More for everybody else who wants it. No, that's what I was thinking. Like, there's no way to. Yeah, you have to have some sort of like sensor of the level, not necessarily a sensor of a change in status of the block, right? Hey, Voto Guy, how are you today? Enjoy your lurks. Cheers. Thanks for hanging about. Yeah, same. It is kind of funny how like over 90% of the Tarkov streamers that I watched are playing Elden Ring right now, which is great. It's good to have have a game for them. And I said this a couple months ago, but I'll say it again now. Ooh. No, thank you. I don't even know if they're worth fighting. I don't even think it's worth fighting. Just get out of here. Goodbye. Tarkov is hitting that age right around when Minecraft, modded Minecraft in particular, hit this certain age where like the streamers have been doing it consistently since the start. Are starting to get a little burn on the game. You know, some more than others, of course. And they're still enjoying it because the stream part is still fun, and that's the game that they're on. But it's like, I can just see it, you know. Been casually doing Tarkov a raid or two a day. That's a fun way to do it. Very slow progression, right? So you don't progress too quickly. Oops. But yeah, no, I've noticed that in the Tarkov space. Yeah, that giant centipede has been a bane of our existence for a while. And again, nothing wrong with that, but like I see some like classic stuff that we've done in the past, like people starting with Tarkov, switching to Elden Ring, or starting with Tarkov, switching to a different game, you know, just to get it, just to change it up and have it be fresh, like we would do with Minecraft back in the day. You know, play Minecraft, switch to PUBG, play Minecraft, switch to the culling, play Minecraft, switch to Tarkov, you know. Not that I wasn't enjoying Minecraft, just needed to do something else. It's a very interesting thing. Not that there's really, like, nothing I can really do to help anybody. Everybody's got to do their own thing, right? It's just one of those I've noticed things. All right, that'll give us a little bit more mana, which is good. Yeah, I played a ton of the culling. The culling's kind of how I got into, like, the PUBG scene as well. I made some friends, like, that's how I met like, Anthony and Grims and Callie and a few others. Right, Cassidude, which makes total sense. The thing with Minecraft though for us is like taking a little bit of a break from it really makes it interesting again, you know. So it's like I don't need to switch to the other game in the afternoon because I'm having a blast right now, you know. Yeah, well, it was such a good game for what happened afterwards, Reload for sure. Which stinks, but that's how it goes, you know. It was a good teaching platform for a lot of people, like. It showed, like, you know, you can't please everybody, right? That's what they were trying to do. I think at the end of the day, like, if you boiled it down to the simplest thing, they were trying to please literally everybody who was talking about the game because they just wanted to make everybody happy. And I don't think you can. I think you gotta have a vision, stick with your vision. That's what it is. You could take good critical feedback, but like you can't take all the feedback, right? Which is PUBG actually went to the other direction. They didn't change it enough. They didn't take they didn't. They were so I felt like they were so scared to change it based on feedback that they didn't change fast enough, you know? So, like, that was the other extreme, you know? So, interesting stuff. For a beta game, you know? Yep. PUBG was also another game that suffered from a lot of growing pains as well. And Tarkov's an indie game that's suffering from a lot of growing pains, but I think they've learned a lot from these past just explosion of popularity games, you know? Oh, I guess I have to actually make this flower too, huh? Would be helpful. This is just to prevent death a little bit. Not worry about it too much. Okay, so how hard is this flower to make? Where are we going here? This one. Intro. I need a Rune of Wrath, which we might not be able to make. Probably should have looked that up, huh? All right, say that's a recipe. How hard are you? Rune of Winter, Rune of Earth, Mana Diamonds. Okay, that's actually pretty easy to make. So we'll save that. I have Rune of Fires. We have all the petals. Okay. Yeah, I think actually PUBG's probably in a fairly good spot. Like, if PUBG had gotten to where it is now, 3 years prior, when it needed to be, it probably would still be pretty popular. Like in NA, it's the game is still very good because or very popular in Asian countries, you know. So I don't know, you know. Like all their concurrent players are over there. Right, and that is something they didn't scale. They didn't scale their development crew properly when the game blew up. They didn't push out updates enough. Like one of the things that Battlestate has their flaws. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say Battlestate's the best thing in the world ever, but Battlestate, the minute they started putting out like a call for hiring new people as soon as they got exploded, they were already in the process of hiring more people even before they exploded in popularity. Because like we can't, you know, we need more people here, and they hired. I think they like over 100% increased their staff with that first drops event, like, you know, which is impressive. That's a lot, you know. But putting the money to good use, you know, they hired a lot more crew members and team members. Hey, Sepet TNT, how you doing today? Hope all is well. Okay, I needed, what flowers are these? It's red, gray, white. Makes sense, TNT. Good to hear. Good to hear. And then I need this one. No, I need earth and air. Or was that Rune of Winter? I'm very confused. It was a Rune of Winter. Fortunately, you get runes back. And Rune of Winter was the one that I chose. Earth. And fire after that, so I don't need the air. Okay, and then 2 mana diamonds, look at that. And then I need my wand, and then I need this. Let's just get this thing done. Oh, and then I need all the petals, which I think we have enough of. Those are light gray, right? All right, 1, 2 of these. We're only going to make one of these flowers. I just want to see what it's about, you know? And then it was white and gray. Gray. Don't even need to duplicate these. Hey, Water, or Wartor. Hopefully I'm saying that properly. Welcome to the stream. Worry about that. It's just these two. Yeah, when you're making runes with runes, you get the originals back, which is cool. That doesn't work. Yeah. So like we're not going to be wasting our rune of winter there, which is pretty cool. Do I want to do that again? What other uses do you have? We don't really need the lens of damaging. I don't think we're going to be doing that, because they're a little bit higher end. So I don't think we need a... As long as we have it crafted for our task here, which I think we do. Yes. Well, no, it'll be this one. And we do. Okay, good. So it's already counted there, which is good. We should get those ones going. Okay. We can make this flower then. So, you are here. You. All of that. A little scary, messing with explosions, you know? We're going to make this into a floating form because now we have roughly 1 million glowstone. Give or take, you know. Grab this. Just convert some of these into some floating flowers. Which is this. So you have to make the shimmering ones. Then we need to make pasture seeds, which is grass converted into... or grass on mana. Just make the full stack there. This is the best way to make floating stuff. Or the only way to make floating stuff. Then we grab these. Then we grab this. This makes it floating. And you just combine this with any flower, and it makes it floating, which is very handy. I guess that's one of the only real reasons to need a actual physical flower over the petals. Which is fair. Hey, Mrav, how are you today? Good to see you. Hope all is well. All right, so then we don't even need this. We can just do it that way. And they also provide light, too, which is pretty neat. All right, we're going to give it its own mana spreader lens setup, I think. Then I need to make a splitter as well. So we're going to need some more of these. All right. Because I think this is going to produce a large amount of mana. We're messing with the TNT flower, just a precaution. Actually, we could probably do this one in the ground. Then we put this here. Actually, we could put this here. Oh, then we can put a spark on it, though. I want to be able to put a spark on it. Connect that to that. I think I can pop off that lens. Okay. Okay, well, the flower should absorb all of the TNT. This is a just in case. That's what that is. That's not a... That's a, if something goes wrong, we don't destroy half our base and kill ourselves by accident, you know? Oh, spreader on top directly facing downward. That's probably a good idea, too. Yeah. Because we do want it to be as fast as possible. Now, it doesn't matter how far away the flower is, right? Like, as long as it's connected, it's the same speed to this. I'm playing hardcore, Mrav. It just doesn't have the hearts. Yeah, the hardcore questing book, for some reason, gets rid of the hearts. I don't know why. If OSHA stops by, you're covered, you know? Yeah, exactly. All right, now I need to go get sand for our TNT here. Prove it? Yeah, no, I've already proved it with the first 6 worlds there, Mrav. This guy over here. How you doing, Sama? Good to see you. Alright. This is what I'm here for. I mean, getting enough sand for the TNT is also, I guess, going to be a bit of a pain in the butt.
Why are French omelets made with 1 egg? Because enough is enough.
That was a clever play on, that was a clever play on words there. Camp Cool. Thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. No, I have a silk touch shovel and a auto smelting shovel. I mean, I don't have a choice. Camp Cool's, you know, spent the 100 biddies, you know. Let's just do that. Fill up our inventory here. Hopefully that'll make enough TNT. I mean, we don't have unlimited gunpowder either, so. Played a lot of PermaFrost and I have so many questions. I had so many questions. Unfortunately, I forgot most of them. Oh man, that's a bummer. I'm sorry. Well, if they come up, feel free to ask. I'm not gonna say I have all the answers, you know, because I do not. All right, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and get back here. Warp scrolls for everything. I do want to make sure I go clear. This. Let's put those away, I guess. Should be warm in here. I'm not really sure why we're not. There it goes. Depends on your gear. We're going to be making a... Once I get this good mana going, I want to make Terra Steel. That's my goal. Is get a full Terra Steel set going with adjusted warming and cooling. And then head out and explore. Look for our eye vendors, stuff like that, you know? Because that's what we're going to need. Okay, we need to go back upstairs, grab our gunpowder here. Okay. And we'll see how much TNT we can make here. I think it's extra gunpowder as like it's more gunpowder versus sand, I think. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. I have a stack and a half of this. I don't know how, again, I don't know how much this produces by itself, so we will see. And then I need my flint and steel out. We're gonna do this very, very manually at start just to get an idea of a baseline number here. It's pretty quick. Pretty quick. That's split between 4. Like, that's a lot. Feels like a lot anyway. I need to get my silk touch pick back. All right. Doesn't the dispenser fire TNT? We need a dropper. Dispenser fires, right? Don't think the flower needs line of sight. That's fair. That's fair. Can drop the TNT into an obsidian tunnel. Have it slide down to it. Not a bad idea either. Does a dropper? Correct, Darkfire. This is a just in case. Did you not listen to us earlier? We're worried about OSHA. You know, for once in my Minecraft career, I'm playing it safe. I play it safe all the time. You guys are just full of yourselves. All right. Or full of it, you know. Sorry, not full of yourselves. Okay. This guy gets it. What's that? Time for Wither fight? If you give me the skulls, I'll go fight the Wither. We're geared enough. Wither's a bit of a pushover in this pack, if I remember correctly. Like, there's no special additives, and we get free apples. Does a dropper do this as well? I can't remember if a dropper ignites at this as well. I feel like it doesn't, but I could be wrong. So we'll make both. By playing it safe, surely bees will die soon. You're good, Quap. Dropper drops it as an item. You never know. I don't know. These are vanilla things. Who cares about vanilla? Okay, so we got to do dispenser. Oops. Just this. I'm actually going to do that one lower, I think. Doesn't need that much room. If it gets absorbed, it doesn't need that much room, you know? Oh, vanilla, please. Alright, let's get a button. Well, that's why it's called a dropper. Yeah, but a dispenser dispenses the item, not ignite. In theory, judging by that flow of logic, the dispenser should throw the item not ignited, right? I want the Gorma lilies for mana generation. Anybody know how it compares to other flowers? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You have to. There's a bit of timing involved with it though, because of when it's digesting, it doesn't produce as much mana when the flower's full. So you have to like time the food a little bit more properly, like the fuel. But other than that, it does produce more. Okay. Just for our tests here. You do really need that. So if we did an hourglass there, we could make this like every 10 seconds. We'd probably be good to go. Yeah, I can make the hourglass. I need some mana glass, I need some gold, I need some redstone. Again, this is just going to be one of our things. We're going to do other stuff as well. Just do the whole thing. I don't know what I need for the cake flour. We don't really have an easy way to make cake just yet. Like, we have probably some of the raw ingredients, but we don't have too much. Put like 2 sand in there? No, we're going to be doing like 5 or 6 sand in there. I don't need this to be like close to super efficient, right? I just need this to be a little bit. I just need this to be running without me paying attention to it. It's also just a good way to use up the TNT that we have. We'll do 5. That's 5 seconds. I think 5 seconds is enough for this setup. Maybe. Also realize this has to be... I'm actually going to do 10 now because that actually didn't feel like it was enough. This needs to go here. We'll play risky. We'll go 8. Because it takes time for the TNT to explode as well. Guess it doesn't hit a block directly, so we're going to have to do it with the redstone. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let's just do 10. Because it needs time to explode and needs time to cross over. It's actually pretty close. I think 8 would have been right. I think 5 would have been way too short, actually. Or just barely. But that's perfect. Every 10 seconds is perfect. And that'll just go until our TNT's used up. We're not going to have enough TNT to fill up these pools, I think. So we'll just let that run, which is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Let's go ahead and grab this pick out again. And I replaced it because really can't hit things properly. 4 is not bad. Those actually might go to a lamp of growth. If they work on saplings, that could be interesting as well. That could definitely be interesting as well. Okay, so that's doing pretty well. That's doing pretty well. I did let that auto fisher go. Let's go harvest our food from there. We've got a little bit of food backed up here. Get all that processed up. And then I think what we're going to do is start to set up the auto charcoal farm for the endo flames that are just going to run constantly. Because we have enough wood here to build with. More than enough wood here to build with. So the next farm we set up can just be continually on that. As a mana producer that's consistent and constant. And then we'll go for the Rose Arcana as well for the experience, because I think that one's pretty good to have as well. We'll go from there. Yeah, I think without this lens, this would be a lot harder too. The faster spreading lens, you know. All right, let's go get our chicken eggs. Might as well sleep. Let's get chicken eggs, the Chilu drops. Let's harvest all of our farm stuff. Means I gotta get this. My hoe. Let's do that. We'll get the fish drops that I got from auto fishing. That'll be good. Let's go ahead and put this on for this one. My lighting changed. Green screen's a bit messy. Where's it? Where's it? There it is. No, not much. I was messing with my new camera yesterday, but the settings on this one should be roughly the same. They may not be the same though. I'll mess with that next break. Wanted to do that one first so we could do this. All right. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Let's leave those in there. Let's grab out a bunch of this. I guess the beetroots as well. And I guess we'll bring that down as well. This will be good for cooking-wise. But YouTube, I think we're going to cook at the start of the next episode. I forgot to grab the fish, too. But I think we're going to do it at the start of the next episode because I have to use the restroom. So we're going to pause it. We'll catch you guys next time, and we'll do the food. We'll keep working on Britannia stuff. Try to get to Terrasteel levels of mana, as well as some good Terrasteel tools, and maybe get into that other magic mod, see what that's all about, and maybe go out for a bit of an explore. That's what we're working towards. Getting outside, going around in the cold, looking for more waystones, all that good stuff. I'll catch you next episode. Thanks for watching. You're all amazing.